Matter from heaven. God don't like cheaters. God don't like cheaters. Y'all praise this man. Glaze this man. Y'all said this man was unstoppable. He tested positive 3 times. The A sample, the B sample, the urine sample. This boy looked like a steroid-taking monster when he fought Devin Haney. And y'all looked at Devin Haney, who was weight drained, got up from 3 knockdowns, made it to the cards, outboxed him every other round, and you made fun of him. And said, oh, you making excuses. When someone is taking steroids and cheating, there's a reason. They scared. And then they got in a fight they thought they could win. They said, oh, this is perfect. This is a fight I think we can win. He's chinny. This is a good highlight knockdown for us. Let's get Rolly. And boy, did that backfire. Rolly, who hits like a tank. Mm-hmm. Hits like a tank. You know what they said? Oh, it don't matter. In the sparring session, he bullied Ryan Garcia. Bullied him. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ryan was a shell of himself. The reason why he was a shell of himself, and don't forget to like the Nate Jones story, become a member, sign up there, the whole 9. The reason why he was a shell of himself is because he was a shell of himself. No, he was himself. This is what he looks like. A garbage ass, cheating ass YouTube fighter. Bip, bip, down he goes. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like in real life. The garbage ass fighter that he is. He a damn YouTube boxer. That's what he deserves. I enjoyed every moment of this. Oh, I love it. You see, the problem in these scenarios often remind everyone about what's the same and what's not the same. Rematch with Devin Haney, yeah, that's still in place. Well, you have things that don't go your way. That's how it's going to appear. They're going to make it appear as if you don't know what you're doing. You're just out of your element. You shouldn't be here. X, Y, and Z, right? I heard Jose Ramirez went to the hospital after the bout. I hope he, is okay and he recovers well. We wish everybody was safe and they got home safely. King Ryan did not fight like a king. After he was knocked down in the second round, there was no aggression from King Ryan anymore. His aggression level was down to zero. He was crushed, he was humiliated, he was embarrassed, and he was never the same fighter ever again. He was dropped by Rolly's power from a powerful left hook, from poor defense from Ryan Garcia, and he was more worried about the incoming than dishing out any punishment. And he wanted out the fight. He wanted out the fight in round. He was hurt in like round 9. He was hurt in round 10. He got hurt in round 11, round 12. It was brutal. It was so one-sided. I think I gave Ryan Garcia, if you wanted to give Ryan Garcia some rounds, maybe round 5, maybe that's pretty much it. The first round you probably could have gave to Ryan Garcia, round 5, and then I think like maybe round 7 or 8, maybe, but no. Well, yes, he's always made these mistakes. He's a guy that's like these young fighters. They fight with their chin way in the air and they throw punches from way out, too far out of the distance, and they just worry about landing their punches and throwing with speed rather than actually being strategic. His footwork is terrible. He doesn't have good footwork. He was out of position even for the knockdown. I gave him probably 2 rounds. He wasn't even trying to win the fight anymore. He was trying to get to the cards. He would throw the left hook hoping something would happen, but he doesn't have a right hand. So if you're a one-arm fighter, no one's going to be concerned with you. And now people see, oh, okay, Bill Haney ain't crazy. No, he ain't crazy. He know what he knows. When he said 2 days ago at the workout, when he saw his body and said, oh, you ain't got that steroids in your system now. Look what he looked like now. And that got to him because they knew they were cheating. No Ostarine in his system today, and he got his ass whooped. So you can see right then and there, the cream always rises to the top. Devin Haney looked flawless today. He didn't he got hit at all. You see the difference in what happens when somebody else evolves and becomes a better fighter? Devin changed the angles. He didn't get touched all night. He boxed Ramirez, and Ramirez couldn't touch him. That's just how it is, man. Shouts out to Nate the Snake Jones with another great performance training. And that's why you go to the Nate Jones story, so that you can get the full everything whenever it comes out. You can see it. It don't you become a member, join his membership, and this is why you learn how to be a master boxer. And you look at what Devin is already. You see how slick he was, how he moved around the ring. That's how you're supposed to look. That's what a world champion fighter looks like. So join the Nate Jones Story membership. Learn to become a masterful boxer so you don't be looking like Ryan Garcia. See, cheaters never win. All it did was buy him time till he got knocked out. Oh, amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a bad night for mm-hmm. No. Everybody talking about this was disappointing to watch. I heard them say, oh, it's disappointing to watch because y'all was mad. Y'all didn't get what y'all thought y'all was gonna get. Y'all thought Devin Haney was gonna get beat up by Ramirez, huh? No, when Devin let his hands go, he had success. Each time Devin threw a combo, he landed hard and fast. But it was like he just didn't do enough of it. He did enough. He blanked Ramirez, blanked him out. To get hit and not get hit is the name of the game. Now, all of the excitement of the fight that you thought you was gonna get a slobber knocker. Why didn't you tell Ramirez what he needed to be doing? Because Devin was doing his job, being slick, changing the angles, turning. I mean, 119, 109, 118, 110. Dominant unanimous decision over Jose Ramirez. Dominant. He wasn't touched hardly in the fight. Masterful performance. I mean, when you see this fight, there's a lot of things you could say, right? Like if you look at Devin and his father and what Nate brought to the table, I mean, it was like perfect. The perfect situation. So credit to Bill Haney for bringing Nate Jones in so that they can make this an epic fight, epic fighter for Devin, giving him some tools that he needed. And watching this fight, it was clear there was only one winner, and that was Rolly. And everybody else just have to figure it out later. But it was clear there was nothing that they could do. Rolly Romero is definitely the fighter that they didn't understand, to say the least. And the reason why I say they didn't understand is because they didn't understand what he was bringing to the table. You see, when you see somebody go through the events that he went through, Rolly, he has sparred against this man. I don't know how many times, but they've sparred together enough so he knows Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he knows Ryan Garcia, and he knows Ryan Garcia and how he respects and to power. He goes into a ball. Whenever it comes to power, he just balls up. So now they think Bill Haney and them just lost millions of dollars because the fight got flushed. Like they won't be a Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney too. It could still be that fight. People still gonna want to see it because what happened when those two fought each other. But now the realization is in that Ryan Garcia could get knocked out or Devin Haney could get knocked out. Let's see if it's real or let's see if it's still that artificial whatever, ostery, right? We already know by looking at his body what he looks like. Devin ain't failing no tests, but you're failing drug tests. I'm just glad the judges got it right. The right person got his arm raised, and the realization is set in that this guy's a YouTube fighter and he's not on the same level. Oh, he deserved every bit of it. Every bit of it. Hmm. So I'm very happy and proud. You said I don't think Dev can knock out Ryan. I think he can. It depends on what he wants to do. Ryan Garcia is not somebody that can't take a punch and all these things. And Devin can hit hard. He can get his attention. Plus, you don't even have to knock him out. Once you do that, Ryan Garcia goes into a bag. He can't box. And that's what people don't realize is that Devin Haney outboxed him the first fight. Rolly told you that when they met face to face. Like, dude, you look like crap in that fight with Devin Haney. And you got those knockdowns and that saved you. Rolly already know, like, I gotta protect my chin. I don't want to get caught with that left hook. So he kept his right hand up all night and was taking the left hook away from Ryan Garcia, and he was doubling the left hooks. Go to the body, double up top. It was masterful to watch. I was very impressed, and because of that, it gave him a great advantage moving forward. Now, what will we see after the fact? That's going to be something more official down the road. Like what's going to happen with Rolly. Yes, big up to Nate Jones. Nate the Snake Jones. Big up to him. Well, yeah, Nate the Snake Jones definitely brought an element of change to Devin's camp that was guarded more on defense. You look at the way he looked at the last fight, and you look at this fight here with Ramirez, he barely got touched. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I don't really see it like that. All I know is 32-0, undefeated. Devin the Dream Haney. Did I see anything that Devin would need to work on more? Um, no, it's just like sometimes he was a little stagnant. Like he wouldn't throw. He threw a lot of feints, but wouldn't throw a lot of combinations, which I thought was there in the opening. But a lot of it is ring rust too. You know, he's been out of the ring for a year. It was over. He just didn't take any unnecessary risks. He's like, why throw 3 or 4 when I don't have to? But when he did throw 3 and 4, he landed every single punch. Ramirez is a tough fight if you make the fight pretty much at the point where Ramirez strengths is you gonna stand in front of him. So if you're gonna stand in front of Ramirez, he's gonna be bet. I'm gonna be right on you. Well, here's the thing. Rolly fought Ryan Garcia and Tank, right? Tank fought both of them. He fought Ryan Garcia and he fought Tank. I mean, he fought Rolly. And he said Rolly was the hardest fighter he's ever, hardest puncher he ever been in the ring with was Rolly. And he was like, this dude got some power. I'm going to have to wait before I throw my shots. And what was the punch that knocked down Ryan Garcia? The left hook by Tank, right? Never hook with a hooker. And he kept telegraphing his left hook and got caught. Mm-hmm. Oh, Devin Haney and Ramirez. Oh man, love it. I love the fact that Ramirez gave it all he could, but there was nothing he could do there. There's nothing he could do. Um, when someone is tailor made for somebody, that's what it looks like. This is just a bad fight for Ramirez. Does he still got something left? Yeah, if you put him in the right type of fight. He needs a guy that's gonna stand in front of him. T was like, "What I miss?" He said, "I didn't even know it was a fight tonight." I mean, it was terrible marketing, but on the zone, they had the triple header. But because Nate is training Devin, I already knew this fight was coming. They got Canelo tomorrow. It's like a double main event card. Canelo fighting his tune-up with Skull. But Rolly beat Ryan Garcia, dropped him in the second, everything. But I told you what Nate was going to have Devin looking like defensively. You saw it right away. I mean, right away. I'm not saying Ramirez is still a devastating puncher and all that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, he couldn't touch Devin Haney. Devin Haney defensively, his footwork, the way he was throwing his right hands, the way he was throwing his combinations, it was with a lot more confidence. You know, they had some meaning behind the punches. I was very impressed. Yeah, they packaged it with the Canelo fight. You can get both fights for 90. Yes, I'm always gonna support. I got Team Haney, you know, with Nate Jones. We always gonna show our support for our brothers. So we definitely had to come out and support the fight. So the first fight was Teofilo Lopez, and in his bout, it was quite interesting because while they were trying to be slick and hit angles and do all these different moves, right? It was clear you were seeing uh, a different type of class. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different style, a different layout, different approach altogether. He said the racist drug cheat lost. It was a good night. Well, Kaze, Soprano, pretty much. Antonio Tarver should be ashamed of himself. Why should Tarver be ashamed? Why should Tarver be ashamed? What Tony do? I didn't see Tarver's takes. What happened? Well, it wasn't really flat. It's just that everybody is expecting the wrong type of fight. They just don't know what they were doing in the boxing card. He wasn't fighting scared. He was fighting cautious. And this is a guy who's been off a year who suffered 3 knockdowns. So first off, this is his first fight back. So early in the fight, he was touching him, touching him, trying to get Ramirez to react to learn what it is he's going to do, then engage. You know, Devin is not as slick as Tarver. Okay, Tarver was a whole different type of fighter. So it was all the excitement was out because Ramirez couldn't do anything to really let his hands go. He was like he was having trouble from the incoming. So Ramirez took the excitement out of the fight. The Teofimo Lopez fight I thought would be better, but he was seemed to be his opponent tried, but he seemed to be more caught into what Teofimo, like he was trying to counter all night and let Teofimo lead. So he wasn't gonna. He wasn't. He just needed that puncher's chance. Teofimo Lopez made a lot of mistakes, like tons, pulling straight back with his hands down. I'm like, dude, you fight Devin or any one of those guys, dude, they will clean your clock for making those type of mistakes. Earl, he wasn't running. That's called changing the angles. He was moving around the ring and changing the angles. You don't win a fight by just running, dog. I don't know what y'all think. Do you know what boxing is? Hit and not be hit. It's not, let's just stay in the ring and slug it out. That's not boxing. They got fighters like that. And they in the hospital brain dead right now. None of those people become world champions. You know? The people that just sit there and slap each other around, those Mickey Ward type fights, yeah, those are great when they can happen, but boxing is about skill. Right. They hated Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was boxing, they hated that. Anytime somebody doing something great, they want to shoot it down. They're mad because they wanted Devin to get beat up and he didn't get beat up. We get it. He blanked. He looked great. He looked sharp. He didn't take punishment. Ramirez went to the hospital after the fight. So how does a guy go to the hospital after the fight if he is the other guy just running from him? So like I said, I pray for Ramirez, and hopefully, his family's doing good and doing better, and they can get through it. It is what it is. Yeah, we just wish for them the best. That's about the best way to put it. Because at the end of the day, you just want everybody to be safe. No. No, we did our thing. Mm-hmm. You see what Devin was doing? He was standing in front of him, looking, waiting on the opening. Final punches. Look at him. Look at the power punches. 45-17. Because he couldn't land nothing. Yeah, he moved a lot. He didn't stand there to be targeted. This is his first fight at 147 pounds. So he's really not even at 147. You know, he came in at like 143 catch weight because he's really not a welterweight yet. Oh, yeah, I'm proud of them. They put the work in. So when you put the work in, you know, real results going to happen when you put the work in. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we'll see what happens at the end of it, you know. It is what it isn't. Told everybody Rolly would beat Ryan. Just wish I bet more money. I won 8K. Congratulations. I didn't even bet that. I started to just throw some money at it. See, it would have benefited me. Oh, yeah. Well, when something's uneventful, yeah, well, you'll see it move in a different light. Hmm. Yeah. The racist drug cheat got exposed. Yeah, I mean, it didn't go his way. Boots let Tio get it. Boots by KO. Yeah, well, they didn't promote this fight well. No, they didn't. They didn't promote the fight well. A lot of people didn't know the fight was going on because of the lack of promotion, lack of involvement. It's just people that just doesn't understand boxing are putting the fight on, and they think they know how to promote it when they don't. New York right now, unfortunately for them, their concerns are the New York Knicks. So even though the fight is right in Times Square, they can care less. And most of these people were there for Ryan Garcia. Only because of the hype. You know it. I think they do the fight and Devin outboxes him again. So that's why I stand with it. But you never know, man. I think Devin, with Nate Jones in his corner, ain't no way they're going to lose. So he got a lot of questions to answer after this fight. That's for sure. A lot of questions. So let me get back to the Rockets game. I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.